Good evening and welcome to our virtual gala, Caring Close to Home. My name is Rhonda Cunningham and I'm honored to be your host for tonight's program. This year marks the 20th anniversary of our gala. We have had so much fun and success in the last 19 years, raising an incredible $3 million along the way. We celebrated in creative and fun fashion with the Beatles, a night at the Oscars. We rocked the Casbah, an evening at the Savoy, and enjoyed time under the big top with Cirque Fantastique. Last year was the Masquerade Ball, and who knew wearing masks would become so fashionable? We had such exciting plans to mark the 20th anniversary in a memorable way. But COVID changed our plans, and we soon realized we had to approach planning for this year's gala from a whole new perspective. We could not gather in person, but we could also not let the opportunity to raise critical funds in support of NHH pass us by. There were many helping hands along the way, and I personally want to acknowledge and thank the members of the Gala Cabinet, along with the members of the Foundation staff team, all who rose to the challenge to reimagine something for us to look forward to. We knew staying close to home is one way we could do our part to flatten the curve and stop the spread of COVID-19. That is how Caring Close to Home, tonight's at-home gala experience emerged. While a lot of things have changed, many of our favorite gala elements have remained the same. We are still enjoying great food, we are still gathering virtually with our friends, and most importantly, we are still raising funds in support of our community hospital. Your Caring Close to Home package, delivered by a small army of dedicated volunteers, is comprised of a charcuterie spread expertly pulled together by Jane's Gourmet Catering and set atop your new charcuterie board, created and donated by local craftsman John Eberl. Also included are roses donated by incredibly community-minded business owners Blake and Eileen Holton of Holton Flowers. Savory jellies to complement your charcuterie donated by Jane Kelly at Watershed Magazine, and gala-themed cookies created by Lucy at Rhoda's Kitchen. I'd like to now introduce Katrina Wood, our Gala Cabinet Chair, to say a few words.
Hello friends, my name is Katrina Wood, and I'm the chair of the Northumberland Hills Hospital Foundation Gala. I know we would all like to be together tonight in our finest party clothes at a beautifully decorated venue to raise money for the hospital. But in the face of the global pandemic, I am very happy that we are all safe at home and coming together virtually instead. I would like to personally thank everyone who purchased a celebration package and for participating in our very different gala experience this year. Your support for the gala, in whatever form it may take, is not just for one evening, but continues throughout the year. The Diagnostic Imaging Department will benefit from our efforts tonight. We are very fortunate that our hospital has the ability to purchase cutting-edge equipment, and that is due to you, our community members and loyal supporters. I thank you most sincerely. Please enjoy the evening, and I hope to see everyone in person next year.
The pandemic has caused economic hardships for many local businesses and entrepreneurs. And realizing this, we did not want to organize an auction to the extent we have in the past. We are grateful, however, that several businesses stepped forward to offer their support. Thanks to these businesses, I'm excited to announce our online auction goes live today. I encourage you to visit our silent auction website, nhhfoundationauction.ca, and consider placing your bid. 100% of proceeds will help support required renovations in our diagnostic imaging department. The auction will be open until next Thursday, December 3rd at 2 p.m. It is my pleasure to now introduce you to Brenda Heenan, a registered nurse at NHH and staff representative on the Foundation's Board of Directors.
Thank you, Rhonda, and thank you to everyone at home participating this evening. As a nurse working in the hospital's emergency department, I had a front row seat to the most incredibly difficult and stressful time in my career. When COVID-19 emerged, we were all scared, but despite our fear for ourselves and our families, we showed up to care for our patients as we do every day. Making the situation more bearable was the support of our caring community. This support showed up in many ways, from making face masks to donated PPE, to coffee and treats, to parades of support, all of which meant the world to us. And on behalf of the entire NHH organization, I want to say thank you. You certainly made coming to work easier, and you continue to strengthen local healthcare services through your support of the NHH Foundation. I volunteered to help at last year's gala. It was my first time in attendance, and I was so impressed by the level of generosity I witnessed. As a nurse serving on the front lines, I was humbled at how supportive you were in helping provide our team with the very best equipment. You and your support make a difference each day. Our team continues to be here for you now and always, and we are fortunate to know we have you standing beside us by giving your support through events like this. Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda, for reminding our supporters how important and appreciated they are. I'd now like to welcome Natasha Jacobs to introduce you to tonight's sponsors.
Good evening. I have the great honor of shining a light on some amazing businesses who have stepped up and supported the celebration this evening. We have seen incredible kindness, relentless generosity, and unbelievable support during this time, and we cannot thank you enough. Our platinum sponsors are Cameco and HTM. Our gold sponsors are Kawartha Credit Union, SABIC, Canadian Tire, CPS Wood Products, and Spoolon. Our silver sponsors are Irvin, Lester & Lowe, Stadkey Plumbing and Heating, Mauer, BMO, Lubricon, local realtor Trenham Parker with Remax Lakeshore, Leuna Local 183, and Town of Coburg. For a full list of our sponsors, please visit our website. We want to take a moment and thank these sponsors that have been an integral part of this year's Caring Close to Home anniversary celebration. Many of these sponsors have been a part of the Foundation's Fundraising Gala for many, many years, and we are incredibly grateful. Thank you to each and every sponsor for your generosity. Thank you for supporting NHH, and thank you for helping us make care better every day. Cheers to you all.
Events such as this help us in our goal to provide our community with exceptional healthcare services close to home. So how will your support help? Attracting and retaining skilled medical professionals is one way. Dr. Ajda Elzabet is an anesthesiologist in our surgical services program, and she is joining us tonight to share her story.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Elzabet, and I've been an anesthesiologist here at Northumberland Hills Hospital for the past year. NHH was actually the first place that I started locuming at after finishing my residency, and that was over 5 years ago. And I remember being a brand new doctor and coming to work at this hospital and absolutely loving the environment and the people that I had a chance to work with. I went on to work at many other small community hospitals since then, but NHH always stood out amongst the rest. And not only because we have such a beautiful facility here, but also because we have access to state-of-the-art equipment that help physicians like myself provide top-quality patient care. I know this wouldn't be possible without the generosity of our incredible community, so I wanted to take this moment to thank you all for your invaluable support. From working at other centers, I can tell you that your support is what makes this hospital exceptional, and it truly makes a big difference to our practice. I know this community takes great pride in their hospital, and this was a big reason why I was keen to accept a job offer in the anesthesia department. So thank you again for all that you do and for making our hospital a wonderful place to work.
Funds raised during tonight's gala will be used to help us renovate our diagnostic imaging department to accommodate 2 new digital X-ray units, also funded by our generous community. Dr. Matthew Vaughn, radiologist and past chief of the Diagnostic Imaging Department, joins us now with an important message.
Hi there, my name is Dr. Matthew Vaughn. I'm an attending radiologist at Northumberland Hills Hospital. I've been practicing locally since 2008 and had the privilege to see many patients within this community. But this hospital attracts patients literally from Kingston to Mississauga, and anywhere in between. This hospital was built in 2003, and at the time, the Department of Diagnostic Imaging was absolutely state-of-the-art. That really is a testament to the leadership of my partner, Dr. Frank Morocco, Joan Ross, the CEO at the time, and Mr. Ian Moffat, the DI department manager. I started in 2008, and as a little memento, I actually have my cell phone from that era. And as you can see, times have really changed. The technology has moved on. Since 2003, we added MRI in 2007, and then we've upgraded our CT scanner, our bone mineral densitometry, our ultrasound machines, and more recently our fluoroscopy unit, thanks to the generosity of this community. The original digital X-ray equipment is from the original build of this hospital in 2003. Times have changed, technology has moved on, and it's time to renovate and bring us up to date again. Modern imaging equipment is imperative for attracting and retaining the younger radiologists that we've managed to bring on board to expand our team. I'd like to thank the donors for their ongoing support for Northumberland Hills Hospital. All of those updates and modifications that have been done to the Diagnostic Imaging Department could not have occurred without the support of the community. And this renovation is similar in that we need these funds to update our digital radiography rooms and bring us current with the technology that's available.
Good evening. I bet you didn't expect to see me tonight. If you've attended previous galas, you'll know me as the Fund Me guy. For the past 5 years, $550,000 has been raised from this initiative alone. Together, we have raised funds to purchase bronchoscopes, gynecological instruments, drug dispensing units, equipment for the emergency department, and last year, mental health programs. This year, proceeds raised will be directed towards the $300,000 required to renovate our diagnostic imaging unit. Within your celebration package, a form to make a gift was included. It is my hope that you will join me and my wife Sandra and consider your own gift, keeping in mind with an issue the donation, you get a full tax receipt. I want to personally thank our lead donors who have already stepped up and committed support of an amazing $68,000, putting us well on our way to our goal of $100,000. If you're looking for a special way to give to NHH, maybe this Fund Me auction is it. Gifts of any size are encouraged and welcome. Get your forms in by December 12th for inclusion in a special social media album. Of course, if you want to remain anonymous, that's okay too.
Your donations help people each and every day at NHH. People you love, people you call your friends, and complete strangers you will never meet. Perhaps no one can better explain how much your support means than a patient on the receiving end of this care. Someone like Jay Bevan.
I don't really remember what happened, but I'm told I had a heart attack on April 4th. I remember nothing of the next few days. I woke up in the ICU on the Tuesday from Saturday. I was told I took the dog for a walk, and I don't remember that. I stopped and talked to some friends. I don't remember that. Evidently, I got home and had some chest pains, and normally I'm a guy that just lays down and has a rest instead of getting anything done. It must have been bad because I asked my son to take me to the hospital. He took me up to NHH. I walked in and told the triage nurse that I was having chest pains, so she took me to the front of the line. And I sat down, gave her my health card, and evidently I keeled over and coded right then. Evidently later, I coded 2 more times in the ER. They stabilized me, and I ended up with a stent in my heart. The type of heart attack I had was called a widowmaker. It's the big vein that controls most of the blood to your heart, and it's usually fatal. If I hadn't been at the hospital, then I would be dead. I'm very grateful to have a local hospital like NHH. Without it, I'm not here. And in a strange twist, without COVID, I wouldn't be here. I was supposed to be in Cuba and back the day before I had my heart attack. So with the stress of travel, I probably wouldn't have made it back to Canada.
Thank you, Jay, for reminding us why we are here tonight, to raise funds for our hospital, to ensure our doctors, nurses, and clinicians have the best equipment to care for us in good times and challenging times. Even though we are separated by circumstance, we are united in our passion to support local healthcare close to home and help people like you. The last words tonight are saved for our hospital's president and CEO, Linda Davis. Linda and her leadership team are helping navigate the most challenging time in our hospital's history, and I personally am grateful knowing we are in such good hands.
Good evening, everyone. I am honored to be speaking to you this evening on behalf of the Board of Directors, the staff, physicians, and volunteers of Northumberland Hills Hospital, our hospital. 2020 has certainly been an unusual year. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought significant challenge and change to our hospital and our community. I could not be more proud of the excellent work that has been done by our staff and physicians in planning and preparing to meet whatever this pandemic brought forward. Creating an assessment center to support testing close to home. Planning for a separate area of the hospital for COVID-positive patients to be cared for. Conducting education and training to ensure the best techniques were practiced, and also, together with our partners, reaching out into our community to support those who may be in need, including long-term care, retirement homes, Alderville First Nations, and other community settings, and more recently, the development of a community testing center in Canton. No one alone can beat this virus. It requires all of us to work together. I believe the low incidence of the virus in our community to date is not by chance, but rather by concerted effort on the part of each and every one of you. I'd also like to ask that you stay the course. Unfortunately, we are not out of the woods, and we must not let our guard down, as the virus has been seen to move very quickly if given that opportunity. In the past 9 months, our staff and physicians have worked under significant stress, and one of the key factors that has kept them going has been the outpouring of support from our community. From the tractor parades by our farming community, the siren salute by our first responders, the pot banging by many of you in the neighborhoods, the many caring hands which have sewn hundreds of masks, and the young hands which painted rocks that line the walkway into the hospital. As well, of course, the continuous thank yous that never seem to stop. These and many more, which I may have forgotten to mention, have also been so very important to our staff and physicians. Thank you to all of you. I would also like to thank each and every one of you who have supported our hospital throughout the years. Through your generous donations, we have been able to purchase much needed equipment that has assisted our staff and physicians to care for you. Thank you for helping us to care for you. In closing, I would like to thank the Foundation for putting together this evening, and I hope that you are all at home enjoying this wonderful charcuterie board. And at this point, I would ask that you raise a glass in honor of our great community that we live in. Cheers, stay safe, stay well, and good night.